is my first YouTube video, and I wanted to create a space where I can share the things that I'm passionate about, more importantly, my journey to financial freedom. Now, I am super excited to be able to create a community where we can share, where we can freely ask questions, where we can uplift and motivate each other. So if you're interested in finances, investing, and also personal development, then this is the channel for you. And when simply put, that just means that you have enough savings and investments so that eventually, if I don't want to work, I don't have to work. And I'm trying to hit this goal by 45. Now, there's a way for you to be able to come up with the amount that you need for retirement. It's called your FIRE number, or you can also call it your financial freedom number. Now, if you want to know how I came up with my number, just drop a comment below and just let me know so that I can just get to another video with that information for you. Now, I believe one of the biggest things that pushed me towards starting my financial journey was when I got pregnant with my son. I was gifted with an entire human being. God gifted me and my husband with an entire human being. And it was now our responsibility to be able to give that child everything that it needs, right? And I believe that my parents did everything they possibly could to make sure that I was able to be afforded the opportunities that I was, and it was my time to level up. I truly believe that when you become a parent, you have to level up from what your parents did for you and what their parents did for them. And it's a blessing to be able to have a child, and I think that it's your responsibility to work your butt off to make sure that they're able to have a better and brighter future. Now, though I'm not from an affluent background, and when I was in college, finances wasn't exactly what I studied, I became so passionate about finances. I mean, investing, budgeting, you name it, I loved it. Guys, spreadsheets, guys, I didn't know I was this much a nerd, but I nerd out. But my reason is because I wanted to be able to create a blueprint to financial freedom for my son. And the thought of being able to give my family that, it's freeing, it's motivating, and it's worth every bit of sacrifice that you can give. Guys, it begins with having a plan, sticking with that plan and working that plan like your life depends on it, right? And you hit one goal, and then you hit the other goal, and then you hit the next goal. Guys, that is such an empowering feeling. Words cannot express. It feels so good. It becomes a snowball effect, and you start sticking to the plan. You start, even no matter where you're starting from, once you start seeing those rewards, those little goals that you're hitting, oh my gosh, it is the most freeing feeling in this whole world. Well, not in this whole world, but you get what I'm saying. It's so liberating. It's so empowering because you know where your family is headed. You know where your life is headed. It's one of the best feelings that I've felt in a whole long time, other than giving birth and getting married and a few other things. But you get what I'm saying. I want that for you. And maybe my journey, maybe you watching my journey can spark something for you. And I'm just so excited to be able to do this for my family, for my son. I want to leave him a blueprint to financial success, financial freedom. I want him to have a better foundation than I had, than my parents had, than my parents' parents had. And I want to make a better life for my son and my children's children and my children's children. I want to break generational curses. And that's why I wanted to share this journey. I wanted to be able to spark something in someone else so that they too can be able to have this feeling, so that they too can be able to overcome things that they're going through, especially when it comes towards finances. And you know what, guys? Come, let me tell you. After you start hitting your goals little by little, remember I told you about that that number that you start off with, so you know what you need in order to retire? When you first see it, it's gonna be daunting. Point blank, all right? It's gonna be daunting. But you see, after you start hitting these little goals and you start working the plan guess what? Your brain is actually gonna start believing that you can do it. You can do it. And that's one of the most exciting things. When things change from just a fairy tale, or when you are not just fantasizing, but now it feels real. That is exhilarating. You know, when I started my journey, it was personal. It's not something that people usually talk about. People don't talk about finances. You know, it's something that's very private. You don't talk about it. You keep it to yourself. And it was for my family. It was a goal that I had. But then as I grew and as I started, diving into it more, I realized this is not something that's taught about in school. If you didn't go to like college and study finances, or you're not from an affluent background, it's not something that's talked about a whole lot. And I realized that this topic is so needed, guys. It is needed. It's needed for people to be able to have a place to say, you know what? I'm starting from the ground up. And I need some inspiration. I need to be able to have a community that's going to rally behind me, because it's rough out here. I mean, look at everything that's going on. It's rough, and you got to start from somewhere. You got to have a place where you can talk about something that's seen as overwhelming and that's seen as frustrating, and be liberated in talking about it, and feel free and feel comfort and feel supported and feel like you have, some sort of ground to stand on. That's why I started this channel. When I first told people that I was going to start a YouTube channel, they would have never thought this was what I was going to talk about. I'm a baker. I love cooking. I love baking. And everyone knows Ado for that. Now, guys, let's be clear. I'm not talking financial freedom to be able to have the most flashiest stuff and, to flex. I can't believe I just said that word. Okay, so I'm not a slang person, obviously, but still keep watching, okay? Okay. So I'm not talking about financial freedom to have like the biggest house or the flashiest car. No, I'm talking about financial freedom for peace of mind. I'm talking about being able to take control of something that affects marriages, that affects families, that is affecting the whole entire world right now. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not even bringing in what's happening now with the pandemic. I'm talking like early this year. I believe it was January. Don't quote me. There was an article on CNBC, right? And the title was basically saying that 41% of people, of Americans, say that they can handle a emergency of about $1,000. Now, when you think about it, you can also flip it and say 59% of people could not. Guys, this is a topic that definitely needs to be addressed, that definitely needs to be talked about. There's so many people going through it. That's why I wanted to create this community. And I'm asking you guys, if you are touched by what I'm saying, if you feel like you want to start this journey alongside me, then make sure you share the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave comments so that we can start talking. that you can get nerdy with me. So guys, as I said, I'm excited to see this community grow. I'm excited to get to know you guys. If you're interested in what I have to say, and if you're interested in my journey and what I've learned to just break things down to the bare bones, so if you're starting from the ground up, you'll be able to follow too. If you want to see financing videos, investment videos, budgeting videos, if you want to see videos that just helps you to have peace of mind, such as just grabbing a hold of your household, decluttering, organizing, we're all about that here. So you just have to go like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And we'll see you next time, guys.